Who was the most disturbed person you ever knew personally? The most disturbed person I ever knew was a kid from my grade 10 high school class. He was really cute, with blonde hair and big blue eyes. But, he was extremely odd. He never talked, he just looked at everyone in an eerie way. He would sit in windowsills and stare outside, and teachers basically let him wander around class during lessons. It was weird, they never told him anything. And strangely, although he should have been a distraction to the rest of us kids, we knew something was wrong with him, so nobody ever bothered him. I tried to be friendly once, but he looked at me and looked away. One day my curiosity got the best of me. It was during a lunchtime activity and my English teacher had a few of us drawing a panorama on the blackboard. When we were done, I asked the teacher why Tim, name changed for privacy, was allowed to wander the class during lessons. She told me that he was suffering from a really bad trauma. Apparently he was an only kid, and he lived within walking distance to the school. One day after school was over, he went home but no one was there. He sat on the doorstep and waited. And waited and waited and waited. No one ever came by. A neighbor saw him and offered him supper. She told him she had seen a moving van earlier in the day and that everything had been moved out. She hadn't wanted to be nosy, so she didn't ask questions. She just figured that his parents had sold the place privately and were moving. She had no idea that their son was at school. But, as the hours turned into evening, the neighbor realized that something was wrong. The police were called and the hunt for his parents began. Strangely enough, they were never found. Many attempts were made to locate them, but all searches turned up empty. Because the boy had no family members who could take him, he was placed in a group home. After realizing that his parents were never coming back, the boy retreated into himself and stopped talking altogether. He was permitted to attend regular classes, but whenever he felt the need to get up and walk around, the teachers figured they would let him. He was placed in a special ed program for disturbed teens. But, he never came out of his shell. I saw him smiling once at a joke some kids made in English class once, but that was about it. Poor kid. Sadly, his parents were never found. No one knows what happened to them. They seem to have literally vanished without a trace. And no one knows what happened to the emptied house nor the van that took all the items away.